What's going on, everybody? Today we are looking at universal basic income, UBI. What does it mean? How does it work? And most importantly, how can you profit as a result of the greatest transformation of wealth in the history of humanity? That's right. That's what we're talking about today. So ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's go ahead and make this money.
Like a boss.
Live from the USA, helping you get paid every day. This is the boss of Bitcoin, the Cristo of crypto. Is your boy BK. And if you don't like me, you must not like money. Thank you for joining me, everybody. As I mentioned, we're looking at UBI today, but before I get into that, how you can profit from the greatest transformation of wealth in the history of humanity, I wanted to share a few free crypto trading communities with you. The first is Telegram. This is a new community I just launched this year, about 600-700 people in that group. Click on it. The link is in the description, t.me, I think at BKBitcoin01, something like that. And then we got Library. This is a decentralized platform of the people, for the people, by the people. If you notice, they are suppressing these words right now. You know what I'm saying? They don't want the good people to buy back their freedom, take the chains off their neck, and live on the blockchain in autonomous prosperity. That is not an option. You know? And so YouTube and other platforms, they said if you ain't one of them oligarchs with a $1 billion logo and you shelling out 10, 20 G's a day in advertisements, they said they ain't got no space for you no more. Well, guess what? We go take the party on over to the library. Check me out at Bitcoin on that there thing. And then, by the way, we did come out with a new profit package. Your boy had the #1 coin in the world on that list. So if you want to know what that coin is, and if I think it's going to continue to go up or go down, stay tuned to the end of this video. Let's go ahead and get to it, man. Germany is beginning a universal basic income trial where people get $1,400 a month. You know what I'm saying? I tell you what, man, it's two different worlds of people out there. It's a world of people where $14 is a lot, and there's a world of people where $1,400 ain't ish. You know, I used to be in both of them worlds, so I'm speaking to y'all from the middle. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, I carried around $1,400. I might just get out of the way to somebody. You know what I'm saying? And then before that, when I was trading my arm, my vial of blood for $50 a pop. $1,400 I thought could have changed my life. So anyway, they're talking about giving away $1,400 a month for 3 years. What's that? That's about 20 grand. That's about 50 to 60,000 over 3 years, which essentially is very, very, very cheap, guys. Especially when you're talking about the IRR and the cost of that money for them to commit 60 grand 3 years from now. That's not a lot of money at all. And guess what? It's only 120 people. So you're talking about less than $1 million project. But nonetheless, this is headline news. Business Insider ain't got nothing else to talk about. So let's talk about this. Starting this week, 120. It's like the lottery. I tell you what, Hunger Games go be here soon enough. You know what I'm saying? 120 people will serve as tribute and will receive this free money from the government for 3 years. They are about to become the latest country to trial a universal basic income, starting a 3-year study of how it affects the economy and recipients' well-being. Because always remember, the government acts in your best interest, right? As a part of the study, 120 people. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's a lottery, man. Who do you got to be one of them 120? An amount just above the Germany's poverty. Jesus Christ. So basically, they're going to keep you poor for free. You know what I'm saying? Researchers will compare their experience with another group and check it out, right? So this is kind of where the rubber meets the road. A lot of people, maybe aren't necessarily familiar with, and let's break it out into a little bit of FaceTime right now. You know what I'm saying? This is what we got going on here. A lot of people really aren't familiar with the fiscal policies and the macroeconomic tendencies and really the underlying economics of what these clowns are doing. I am privy to that information, and so that is why I grace my knowledge with your accompaniment, acquaintance, right? One of those words. Essentially, we have a situation where everybody in the whole damn world is so broke that in order to keep people from literally rioting in the streets, as they've done already, but it's a difference. You keep somebody hungry for 2 or 3 weeks, they go do whatever it takes to feed their family. So in order to mitigate that probable outcome, these people have decided to essentially give away free money. But keep in mind, the government has no money. The government is not a bank. The government does not print currency. The government is merely an intermediate fiduciary to pass funds from one entity to another, right? There is no First Bank of America, even though they incorporated one, got half the damn world fooled, but there is no bank behind the currency that's printed. It's merely a corporation, a stamp, a logo, and a belief that the paper actually has value. But let's get back to this. So essentially, they're talking about giving away about $1 million over 3 years. And, these 120 guinea pig puppets will be the ones to be able to kick their feet up and still be broke, but have the government to thank for it, right? You know what this remind me of? This remind me of, wait a minute. This remind me of goddamn Willy Wonka, Grandpa Joe. Anybody else remember this? Where Willy Wonka was, they was all broke and depressed and decrepit, and then all of a sudden Grandpa Joe got hit with the opportunity to go to the museum, and so he took his broke ass out of bed. He had about 18 people sleeping in that same living room, getting them free checks. I tell you what. But the minute Willy Wonka pulled out that golden ticket, he got G'd up and went to that museum like a boss, right? This is basically what we about to have. We about to have Grandpa Joe's all over the place, waiting for that next free check. You know what I'm saying? Just to not be hungry enough to fight for your life, literally fight for your life in the streets. This is placating the human experience into accepting, mediocrity for normality. It's really, really, really sad. And before we get into, let's do this. Before we get into the whole diatribe of the haves versus the have-nots, let's just understand that in energy, period, point blank, period, there is no such thing as a free lunch. If I clap my hands, you hear that sound, right? That's how it works. So every action has an equal and opposite reaction. If I give $10 million away over there, that in turn is going to have an impact on me when those waves are reverberated and felt throughout the ethersphere, right? Walmart says consumer spending dropped as that free money ran out. King Bobblehead Trump, print up some more of that funny money and come save us, says Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Walmart been rich since about 1978. But nonetheless, they gonna need a little bit more. They need a little bit more help from the government. You know what I'm saying? Got a bump in sales as all these broke people got their first stimulus check to go out and support this fake economy, right? And now they're waiting to see if lawmakers, who, by the way, are paid for in full by these corporations with these billion-dollar logos, but nonetheless, we have the dog and pony show. If the lawmakers can approve, can they do it? Another round of stimulus checks. Well, I tell you what, it is coming, and just like I told you, it's like it's gonna make a lot of Grandpa Joes, and it's literally like the frog in boiling water. The longer you expect or accept some free money on your behalf from anybody, the longer you are placing yourself in a situation not to be very self-sufficient, self-sustainable, and in all actuality valuable. In the future, this is what they called at Notre Dame one of the first projects that we did. This is how they start brainwashing. They give you an experiment and they say, see, you came up to the same conclusion we came up with. So we must agree. Therefore, this is the only world that exists. It's called the free rider theory. Where basically, if somebody has the opportunity not to do anything and still get the same benefit as somebody that did something for it, then over time, those people would likely not do anything to get that benefit. That's essentially what we got going right now. The more of these free checks they give out, the more guinea pigs and, Hunger Games tributes they pull from that lottery, the more each one of us is going to expect that for ourselves. And this is done slowly and painfully slowly over time. You have to remember, 300 million people in America, that is a wide gap of dispersion in order to reach essentially, 30% of that population to get 80% of the household. That takes time. It normally takes about one generation, point blank period, between 10 and 20 years to get that bell curve nice and flat. It normally takes between 10 and 20 years, but I don't think they have 10 and 20 years. They're trying to do this inside of 10, right? And so that's why you kind of see all of this iteration. Will it happen? Will it happen? Bam! Free money. Will it happen? Will it happen? Bam! You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It's crazy that we're actually living in this time, right? What the fuck happened in 2018? When everybody had money. I tell you what, I was walking around Vegas last summer. It was just so nice. You go to this casino, it was open. This new nightclub is open. This celebrity go be over here. Now you gotta wear masks, suffocate yourself, walking around 120 degrees. You know what I'm saying? Can't see nobody. All the pools closed because, chlorine, they don't kill the germs. They lied to us for about 32 years. And so it's like, now we have a situation to where everything has changed. And this is, quote, the new normal, This is my man, Big Brandon. I saw this on Facebook earlier. This is one of our community members. He lives in HBG, which is, I believe, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. He said it's like a ghost town, and it's depressing. And they said, so is York. It's a shame. Been like this the last 6 months, and these are just regular people. Like, he didn't know I was gonna throw his business out there, but I thought this coincided with what we were talking about on today's channel. That's why I'm sharing it with you guys. They said the restaurants are open for 25% indoor capacity. Who made that decision? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. 25% capacity, right? And the streets closed down for restaurants Saturdays. Oh, 1 day a week. Yeah, 1 day a week shopping. They do that in Iceland right now. They got 1 day a week. Everybody in Iceland go out and get blitz. Every other day they in their house. You know what I'm saying? Locked down. I think we can expect that as well. And it just kind of goes to show you, like, this is literally happening right now where people are, kind of more or less waiting on the next big news. But nonetheless, the economy is like 90% stagnant, right? You don't recover from that overnight. And that is now why they're literally handing out dopamine $1,800 at a time. And let me tell you something, $1,800 is not any money. As they mentioned in the first article, it literally puts you right above their mathematical line for being dirt fucking poor. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. How many people want to raise your hand and trade everything and anything you doing just to be above the poverty line of somebody living on the street? It's crazy. Or living in a car. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. My man Big Jason just shared the Telegram group, #1 Bitcoin in the world. That's right. Thank you. I missed you at the WSOP in Rio. I was there, brother. I only played in like one game, but I was there. You know what I'm saying? I actually bought Bitcoin from a dude to get the money, or I sold some Bitcoin to get the buy-in to play in that. But yeah, I was up in there, dog. I was there. All right, here we go. And now, so this is ultimately the great debate, right? But let me tell you something. The debate is already over. You know what I'm saying? The powers that be have already decided we go give these frogs some free money so that we can literally boil them over the next 5 to 10 years while we transfer all of our real wealth into other assets. Why? Because paper has no value. If you don't believe me, take a bundle of Kleenex on the curb in New York City and see how much you're willing to get with it. You know what I'm saying? Walk out with a pad of printer paper and say, who go give me lunch for this here paper? It doesn't work like that. You need real, tangible assets with real world value. That would be blockchain technology. That would be gold, silver. That would be skills. You know what I'm saying? I can make shit on a computer. I know Photoshop. Therefore, I could probably eat for the rest of my life because somebody gonna need something on a computer at some point in time. I could type it up, 80 words a minute, send an email, open a document, send a resume, whatever they need to do, I can help them do it. I can make money through the internet. 90% of the world can't do that right now. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna need skills. You know what I'm saying? You need community, continuity. But most importantly, you will need some form or fashion of blockchain technology. Right? I preach 3 things. I preach Bitcoin, I preach gold, I preach silver, and once these clowns drop it about 80 or 95%, I'm going to preach real estate, but I damn sure ain't preaching it in 2020. You know what I'm saying? I always preach whatever is going up in value. My resume speaks for itself. I believe in 2020, I said silver, March this year, I said silver. I think silver was the best buy of your lifetime. It was like $12 an ounce. You couldn't give silver away, right? This thing is up, almost 3x in a year. Double, right? It hit like 30, 31 up here. And look, silver is real money. Like they talked about silver being real money back in the Bible. So how do you think your 401k goes stack up? When this thing starts taking off, that's been real money for 2,000 years, and your 401k was invented about 30 or 40 years ago. It's not real wealth. It doesn't hold, you know what I'm saying, over real time. But this does. You can literally buy an ounce of silver for under $30 and have it delivered to your door. You won't be able to do that in 30 years. Mark my words. And so this is the opportunity of the times that we live in. It's only when we understand everything that's happening that we can better understand the outcome and the likelihood and the path of success that we want to navigate through. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. You see when you become the king, when you become the author, the writer of your own story, you can actually see these puzzle pieces coming into place. And this is not something that I claim I have the ability to do. I'm just speaking on behalf of a higher wherewithal that actually understands this is a very, 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 very important time in history, and many people are not picking up the clues. They literally tell you time and time again, God damn it, time's up. They done told y'all about 15 different times. You know what I'm saying? They said we done planted this flag in 1776. Here it is, 2020. You know what time it is? Nope, I don't. Time's up. And now, I put this on my Facebook. They actually have a doomsday clock by, quote, the atomic scientist, because apparently that's a major in college now. What you gonna be, boy? I'm gonna be one of them atomic scientists working on the doomsday clock. You know what I'm saying? It's 100 seconds to midnight. What do that mean, BK? It's 100 seconds to midnight. The doomsday clock, they said, is closer than ever. You got about a minute and a half of your life for the rest of humanity to live it as you thought you could. And then all of this is about to get burnt down. These are their words, not mine. Let me share this in the chat for everybody. You know, I know we got a lot of people in the building. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. Let's see who we got rocking out with us. Theo Blazer, what's up? Gaming Crypto, good to see you. Big Jason, what's going on? You know. And so here we go, man. This is literally happening right now. Oh, and by the way, when I said time's up, did you notice the logo and how that kind of looks like an inverted flag turned upside down for all you military people? Well, I know y'all brainwashed now, but you know, because you got the gold trim and the backwards flag that's upside down sometimes. But for all you Boy Scouts, you know what I'm saying, in the early 90s that actually learned how this stuff works, when a flag was turned upside down, it actually meant there was a coup inside that regime. Like somebody came from the inside and turned it upside down. You know what I'm saying? A new leader has emerged among us, but we go keep running it like the old one. You know? And for those of you that don't realize, actually, when a flag has gold trim around it, it's a ceremonial flag and it has no legal jurisdiction. By definition. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making this up. Don't believe me? Look it up. You know? Choose your sources wisely. Right? One of my man, Low Ben Frank, said, hey, Jason, do you provide classes for beginners using the boss method? He does not at this moment. But at this moment, Jason, at this moment, not forever, Jason doesn't, but we do have one individual that does. Her name is 90 Crypto. And I'm sure I could probably get Jason up to speed, and we can bring him in on this as well. I just haven't done it yet. So yeah, this is kind of how you sign up for classes. If you're interested, you just go to bossofbitcoin.com, click on home, and then scroll down here, crypto trading classroom, and yeah, probably within a week we'll put Jason up there. So he will be teaching. He's just not listed on the website yet. But that's how you do it. That's how you do it. And by the way, like I mentioned, your boy had the #1 coin in the world. You know what I'm saying? On the profit package, top 7 coins swing trade every 7 days. This thing was released August 14th. Look at that right here. How many people y'all know was talking about REN last Friday? I was. You know what I'm saying? I was. And so if you just look at the run that REN had after this list was put out. Now keep in mind, I think on this list I actually had about 10 coins, because you know, whenever there's some you know, clairvoyance in the market, I try to give my people as much of an opportunity as possible. But that's where the list was put out, guys. Men lie, women lie, like I tell you. Numbers don't lie. August 14th, I said jump on the money train, because REN is about to lead a building. Right? Bam! 75% to date. Oh, and by the way, I gave my people the sell signal right up here, north of 4,500. And that locked in 88 damn percent in 4.5 days. I shouldn't even have to say it, but that's how you do it. Like a boss. So if you want to trade with me, if you don't know this methodology that is literally changing the world, click on Big Brother, type in how to chart like a boss, or better yet, take your browser over to bossofbitcoin.com. This is how we do it, people. This is real world methodology, real world implementation that is changing people's lives. What would you do if you didn't have to wait on a broken, destitute government to hand you out $1,600 2.5 years from now? What would you do if you were financially empowered and informed to make your own decisions, not only of what, but of when to get in and get out in market activity? What would you do if you didn't need basic income to live your life? Well, that's what we doing on this channel. One damn video at a time, one view at a time, one like at a time, one comment at a time. We changing the world from the inside out. You know, so if you appreciate this message, then all I ask you to do is copy and paste this URL, send it to somebody you care about, because as they have told us time and time again, time's up. We no longer have the luxury of complacency. We no longer have the ability to wait on someone to act on our behalf. Action requires a direction, and even the action of not taking an action, the action of inaction, is an action in itself. So as long as you wait and just go with the flow, the longer you will get pushed off the cliff that is waiting, literally, for the masses. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for your time. I think I was pretty animated and amped up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to start wearing a little hair thing, because this shit look crazy. But you know, that's all I got for you guys, man. We could jump on a chart real quick. If you got any charts that you want to see, my man Lil Ben Frank's holding it down for Miami. Gold trim flag. That's all that are in the courts. I know. What does that tell you? You ain't in the right damn court, buddy. Look it up. Look it up. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Alice, how far down the hole do you want to go? So, again, how to chart like a boss. You know what I'm saying? Type it in the Big Brother. You go find yours truly amongst the top of that list. Oh, and by the way, subscribe right now. Turn your notifications on, man. I think I finally got this algorithm pinned down to where they have to give me my keywords. YouTube wasn't even giving me no keywords for about 3 to 4 months. You know what I'm saying? So I think I finally got it to where I can at least have my keywords populating on YouTube. But nonetheless, you know, we still building out our other digital communities, library included. Check that out. Check that out. Check that out. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's why I like it. That's why I like it. You know what I'm saying? At Bitcoin. I'll let your point. You know what I'm saying? And let's do Cosmos. Adam, right? That's Adam. And that's coming from Mr. Theo. But yeah, man, we jumped in and jumped out of ring like double dutch. So that's what I'm saying. If y'all wanna come make money with the boy, man, come on in. The doors are always open. ATOM. And this is all I got. So like right now, what I'm about to do, you know what I'm saying? At the beginning, I try to have like a real world utilization or implementation of my methodology, the psychology, sociology, what's happening at the moment. And then at the end, I open it up, you know, and we just jump in the charts and make some money. Is it good? Is it bad? You know what I'm saying? Should you buy? Should you sell? Buy, buy, buy. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what we had. So we had the conclusion. So I'll be here as long as y'all here. Right now we got about 35 people rocking out with me. So if you got some charts, just leave them in the live stream, and then I'm going to jump in, yeah, and pick some of them, and we'll do them live on the air just like that, right? Adam, right? ATOM. So truth be told, Adam was one of the coins that I was looking at to make some money this week, right? I actually thought Adam had a very, very, very good chance of making money. Now, this was the difference, and I actually explained this in the video. I said, I know Bitcoin is going to go up to retest above 12K. This is what I told the people in the Profit Package group. I don't know, and this is where you get into psychology, the game theory, a known, unknown. I don't know what I don't know. And that is, how will these other coins react to Bitcoin's runoff, right? And that's kind of what we see here, is once Bitcoin made the decision to start running, a lot of these charts broke down from the inside out. And I think that's kind of what happened to Adam. But truth be told, this is not a bad coin at the moment. I think it's just going to take a little bit longer. Look at it. There it goes right there. A little bit longer than what we would have initially anticipated. And this is a nice, actually, now that I look at it, this is pretty good. This is a nice continuation. Breakout, breakdown, flat, breakout, breakdown, flat, right? So you could see, if Bitcoin turns and runs here, you could see Adam come down to this 44, 45 area. Or if Bitcoin stays flat and the variance decreases, you could see it stabilize right there. Nonetheless, I think when given enough time, it will continue to go higher. This is just the consolidation pattern at the top of a micro cycle, right? And you can see from this little chart I drew, you actually have two cycles playing into this one. You have this one, which is cycle number 1, and you have this one, which is cycle number 2. That's actually a double wave pattern, which means when cycle 3 comes up, off of both of those, it'll be something like that. This is actually a pattern you want to buy into for the medium to longer term. Again, set this bottom right here as kind of your stop loss, your safeguard, and play this thing to the up. You could see Adam break, 6,500, as crazy as it sounds, on the next big run. Now, how long will that take? Honestly, it's up to the charts. But look at that, man. You know what I'm saying? Your boy is on point with these Fibonacci lines. It could come as early as that right there. Right? That says the end of this month. I don't think that's going to happen. That's kind of like the earliest point. I would say middle of next month. Once Bitcoin takes enough time to really stabilize and flatline. Now, if Bitcoin runs up to like 13, 14,000, then you could see Atom like trickle out and literally die down here like below 4 grand, But if Bitcoin is able to stay flat and let some of the money dissipate, yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted that one right there. Right? There you go. This is the band I could see Adam starting to run in. Damn it. Right there. Yeah, and that's not till middle of September, so about a month from now. Right? But again, it all depends on Bitcoin at the moment, because none of these altcoins really control their own destiny. They're not standing out and above the market right now. So I think Atom is in a very similar predicament at the moment. Right? T-Fuel! Let's check it out. Who is that? Peace, love, blessings. There we go. Okay, so this is one that I've been on top of in my VIP trading groups. We covered T-Fuel this week, and I think this is a great buy for the medium and the long term. Right? When I trade, I always tell you guys this. There's 3 parts. Where is it? There it goes. There's 3 parts to any given cycle. Breakout, break down, flatline, right? Break out, break down, flatline. Now keep in mind, for T-Fuel, the flatline, for whatever reason, is kind of more of this damn trail off and get shitted on area. But nonetheless, it still counts as a relatively flat variance when you kind of look at like the buoyancy of the trade altogether, right? And so now we have a situation to where this is why I actually like this chart, is because you get this bubble up period to where nothing's happening in the chart, but all the energy is just slowly bubbling to the surface. And this is literally like a frog in boiling water. That's what I'm saying. Like, the temperature is changing so much from the inside out. It's not noticeable right away on the outside, but the inside is a whole different environment. That's a very, very, very bullish indicator right there. And so if you're looking at T-Fuel, I think, it's a couple barriers, a couple price points you want to keep in mind. That being one of them. And then that being one of them. You have kind of like these 3 layers of price resistance, from the different areas of consolidation in the charts. Right now it's at 81. And so you could easily kind of see this thing like in a healthy Bitcoin market, like shoot up, come down, go flat, shoot up, come down, go flat, shoot up, come down. And then once it does that, once it forms a double top on this line, that's when it's about to be off to the races, right? And that price is right around between 102 and 108. Once you can get a double top pattern between 102 and 108, just the same as you kind of got a double top pattern here, like bam, bam, on the way down, and it dropped about 30%, you can expect the same thing on the other side. So I think that is kind of what you can expect with T-Fuel. It's a very, very good chart. And Theta is making some money right now. So I think with T-Fuel, it's just a matter of time before it comes back and really starts to be predicated on some of this money that Theta had inside of it, right? This is a buy-in. So again, this is why I like T-Fuel even more, because like if Theta already proved it has value and it was almost literally the exact same chart, you know, then yeah, T-Fuel is definitely worth a look given the current market conditions. Again, you set a tight stop loss under the lowest low from the last double low, probably on a 33, and then just let it ride, man, you know. But yeah, still 70-80% of the market is still dependent on Bitcoin, right? And until Bitcoin really picks a direction. Now inside this zone, like in between like 11.8 and 10.8, it's a lot of money to be made on these altcoins. Mark my words for it, right? And so I'm happy that Bitcoin kind of pulled back a little bit. Like honestly, if we could get a pullback to like 11.5 and just sit there for 2 or 3 weeks, I would be so happy, because that means I'm gonna be making money hand over fist on the altcoins again, right? Oh, and by the way, again, I know I've said this 2 or 3 times now, but the profit package was released, you know, this week. I do have another coin that was on that list. It was OMC Go. I'm gonna do a whole nother breakout video on this one, but yeah, I had OMG on that chart, on that thing, and we made some money with OMC Go too. So you know, yeah, there's that. BossofBitcoin.com if you haven't done it already. Top 7 coins swing trade every 7 days. If you have more than probably, I'd say $2,000 or $3,000 in the market, this is a small premium of insurance to pay to ensure that you have one of the best traders in the world looking out your best interest. The VIP trading group, $200 for the first month, $250 every month after that. Top 7 coins swing trade, $50 for the first month, $75 after that. Pick your poison, man. You know, if you only got about $100 to invest every month to make you more money, well then come on in, the doors are always open. Or if you're trying to put down 2 so you could pick out 6 like a boss, then that is an option for you as well. With that being said, everybody, it's that time of the day. Namaste. Signing out, the boats. Boy BK, no matter where you stay, Brazil to Bay, California, all the way back out through Germany. Good night, good morning, and good day. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your time. Hit that thumbs up button. As I mentioned before, copy and paste this URL. Text it to somebody you care about. Say, listen to this boy right now. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to keep up with the Kardashians. Turn Rachel Maddow off. She is not your friend. Anything that's explicitly exploiting you with advertisements every 7 to 12 minutes, do not consume it, because just by paying attention to it, you are engaging in a transaction to which you will never receive value from. You know what I'm saying? Each one, reach one and teach one. Until we meet again. Stay cryptic, y'all. Peace.
Like a boss. Huh. 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 Like a boss.